Hey guys, going to talk to you today using social media to talk bad about social media. Isn't that crazy? It is, but not so much social media as it is our motives behind social media. Are we building our own kingdom? Well, it would seem like it. Sure does. I mean, you come in here every day with vitamins and we come in here every day with a video, and we wonder, hey, is it even going to make any sense? Does it make a difference? Is anybody watching? Does anybody care? But I often tell anyone who does a vitamin or anybody who does anything for our church, even small, big, tiny in the eyes of man, but huge in the eyes of God, I tell them the key here is, what is our motive behind it? Are we building a kingdom? Are we building our own popularity? Are we building, in Christianity, it's kind of hard to build that popularity, but it does happen to an awful lot of people, men and women alike. But he says, listen, I'm tired. What are you tired from? Building your own kingdom? Or are you really tired from building God's kingdom? You see, a lot of times we try to integrate the two. Well, I'm going to build God's kingdom while I build my own. That's a hard thing. It's very hard. If you're trying to go out and do things for the Lord, but at the same time, you're spending so much time on it that you feel like you ought to be compensated, or you ought all these different things. You're like, my goodness gracious, somebody needs to give me this or this. Well, always go back to your motive. What is your motive behind what you're doing? What is your motive behind trying to build a brand or build a personal following, if you will? Thing is, good thing about Christianity is if you're trying to build one there, you're going to build as many enemies as you do friends. I promise you that. So that is a good thing about our faith, in the sense that we'll build as many enemies as we will friends if we're speaking the truth. But here's the thing, guys. I love the fact that we can watch vitamins. I love the fact that we can watch live stream. I love all of those things. But guys, we're building our own kingdom. The Lord knows that. The Lord knows that. Say, Ron, what do you mean? Well, okay, let's look at the Tower of Babel. What did they say in all of that? When they were talking about the Tower of Babel, and I'm reading this story here, and I look at this, and I think to myself, my goodness, there was Pastor Fosdick who had a church, a very big church. He preached a sermon on the Tower of Babel. The Tower of Babel, they're like, let's build this edifice, if you will, this building, and let's show the Lord that we cannot be stopped, basically, is what they wanted to say. And the Lord recognized what they were trying to do. They were building their own kingdom, and he destroyed it. That building program was awful. Well, what is the church trying to do? If you already turned off this vitamin because you think it's about building our own personal kingdom on social media, well, what's the church trying to do? How are we trying to build? What is the building about? What is our motive behind building a building, or our motive behind building a ministry? Is it to show our name and show that we're in charge and, wow, we're the leaders and things must be going well because of us? Or are you simply trying to help the kingdom in building the church? If you can step aside and not care who gets the credit, then you're building the kingdom. If it drives you crazy that you're not getting the credit, then you're building your own kingdom. It's as simple as that. And we all fall short in all of those areas. But here's the thing. God brings the increase. Paul said, he and Apollos, he said, whether one plants and one waters, doesn't matter. God's the one that gives the increase. So here's the thing, folks. Why are we building a kingdom? Which kingdom are we building? And why are we building it? Two very, very important questions. Let's build the kingdom for Christ's sake. Let's build the kingdom to see people saved, discipled, transformed. In the name of Jesus. Love you guys. Bye-bye.